Good morning. It's Gia here. I am literally just waking up and I'm holding my phone in my hand. But I wanted to talk about the concept of empathy as a way to connect with other people, and offer another solution of just compassion. So, from where I am now in my spiritual journey, I feel like most people know, even just if you practice on a base level of like manifestation, that you can choose your emotions based off your thoughts. And so, meaning that any emotion that you have towards anything is based on the thought that you have around it. Like, there's nothing that can happen. I don't care if it's like a death in the family or anything that can happen that can emotionally strike you in any way without a mental thought. So, for instance, with a death in the family, it could be, oh my gosh, I just lost my best friend, someone who's been there with me forever, blah, 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 blah. All these things that cause pain in your heart. Or if you really want to choose to believe, you can know, oh, they just went through another transformation. They are still here with me. Their energy never dies. It's just their body, and we're still connected. It's just in a different way now, anything. And that would bring peace to your soul. So I know for me, a long time, I've tried to connect with people through empathy, through when they were complaining, being like, oh yeah, if I was going through that situation, I'd feel that way too, or I understand how you're feeling. And that was me genuinely wanting to connect, but I was wanting to connect not with and I didn't know this, so I wasn't connecting with their true self. I was connecting with their you in their head that had formed the thoughts that gave them the emotions and being empathetic towards that. But that's not compassion. Now, since I realize that all pain, all suffering, even I would say happy emotions, I do feel like peace and joy is a natural state for us when we're just present and accepting. Things just feel easy. But now that I understand that that all comes from the mind, I don't feel empathetic towards it per se. I don't feel judgmental in any way, but understanding that that's not the real them. And so you can be compassionate instead, and realizing that they're allowing their thoughts to create a negative experience for them. And to be there and maybe say, what kind of thoughts are you having around this? Or, you know, but be compassionate instead of empathetic. I'm going to show you guys what's happening right now. Um, See, for some reason, he is having a thought that I don't know. I was also wondering about cats, but I feel like cats are probably more unconscious. Animals in general are probably unconscious, and that's okay. Um, but yeah, I used to feel like, it's hard because now I know that you never really have to feel a negative emotion. It's only if you choose to by not being aware in your thoughts and letting a negative emotion generate. But let's look at it from Christ. The fruits of the Spirit are peace, love, joy, gentleness, kindness, faithfulness. Does not say that if you're, not in that centered spirit, that you're going to experience any negative emotion. Because the thing is if you really trust God and really have faith, why would you ever, and it's okay that your mind does that, you know what I mean? Because you always have faith, you always trust God, you always do. But if you believe that you're this voice, then you'll fall prey to, being like Elijah when Jezebel was coming for him. And getting down really, really low and just, I've had moments, before I came to this point where I would pray. I'd be like, God, just please just take me out of this world. Like, this is just not it for me, and getting really low and losing faith. Um, but it's all generated in your mind and your perception of the instances that are happening around you, that they're not great or they're bad or they're never going to be good. Anything's just created in the mind. And so I put forth the idea of compassion instead of trying to empathize with somebody and giving fuel to that flame. more so being compassionate, understanding that they are coming from here and they're not connecting with their heart, and connecting with their heart, connecting with their soul. They're saying, everything's going to be okay. What thoughts are you entertaining right now in this experience that are causing you pain? And being honest. Being honest, and that's not being judgmental. Because why would you be judgmental about something that you are absolutely prone to without constant vigilance? And so, yeah, I hope that kind of makes sense. Instead of empathizing, I am looking at compassion, of understanding that what's happening with them right now in this moment is they are believing that they are not them. They're believing that they are their ego, and their ego is running their experience. And then still relating from the soul. I feel like for so long, it resonates for me because for so long I was trying to connect with people in a way that wasn't really resonant with me, as a more spiritually inclined person. I was trying to connect empathetically, and it was working, and I saw like it worked in relationships, but now I have gotten here and I want to connect with somebody's true essence, not their ego. And that also enables you to be able to connect with every single person and not just have friendships or connections based off a similar interest or preference, but being able to really connect and have compassion for every single human being, an animal, for when they're, lose their way or lose who they are for a second, And so, before I make this more long-winded than it needs to be, basically, that's just the idea that came to me. If it resonates, it resonates. A new way of thinking, perhaps, or an expanse on something you've already known. Or if you have gotten to this point even further and have something to add, please feel free to comment. I hope you guys have a really blessed day. And remember who you are. Bye.